Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, I would like to share with you a great opportunity to earn a lot of reward in Ramadan. And that is simply by feeding people the time of iftar. And here we have a Sahih Hadith in Tirmidhi narrated by Zayd ibn Khalid, who says that the Prophet ﷺ said, "Man fattara sa'iman," whoever feeds a fasting person will have the reward like that of his reward. So by you feeding a fasting person, meaning you give him something the time of iftar, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you his reward of fasting. So subhanallah, if you are feeding 10 people, you are that day receiving the reward of fasting 10 days. If you're feeding 100 people, 100 days of fasting. Subhanallah. And the scholars has mentioned some explanation to why this action is so great in Islam. They say because by feeding the fasting people, you are actually honoring the fast and the fasting person. And you are also giving sadaqah to that person. And you are strengthening the bond between your Muslim brothers and sisters. And also you are following the example of the Prophet ﷺ, who was the most generous of people, and he was more generous than ever in Ramadan. كان أجود الناس وكان أجود ما يكون في رمضان. So you are walking in the footsteps of our beloved Prophet ﷺ. And also the scholars say that this reward and virtue is not limited to the poor people. Come to your mind, you might think that this is limited to feeding poor people. No, the hadith doesn't mention. It says, "Man fattara sa'iman," whoever feeds a fasting person. It doesn't mention rich or poor. So anyone you feed will give you this reward. And also, feeding a poor person or feeding someone in Ramadan, yani iftar, could be by offering a meal. You're inviting people to your house, you're cooking, you're offering a meal, or you're bringing food to the masjid, or you're bringing food to some poor people outside. Or it might be by paying for a meal. You're giving someone an amount of money so the person can buy a meal to eat his iftar. Or you're giving someone charity, sadaqah, by which the person is buying his food. And Al-Haythami, one of the scholars of Islam, he said that it is recommended to feed the fasting people, even if it's a date or some water or something else. But the best, complete, is to saturate, to satisfy their hunger and also to eat with them. So one shouldn't belittle whatever he gives. If you buy a package of dates and give it to the mosque, inshallah you will get reward. If you're helping people to pour the water for the people breaking their fast, inshallah you will get the reward. But of course, if you give them a meal, that is more reward, wallahu alam. So subhanallah, don't fall short and don't miss this opportunity to earn this great amount of reward in Ramadan. Barakallahu fikum.